with my daughter.
You said 80s. Is it 80s or 70s?
Did I say 80?
Yes. Let's just so.
I
We're
still
live.
might be
Hot mic.
28. Oh.
Thank you. All right.
And we're back.
We are back. We had it's storming in our area. Uh but guess we'll say this is part two.
Okay.
Part two. When you know you know. You know? So where did we leave off exactly? I
I don't know. The technical difficulties kind of had threw me off here.
yeah, it did. I know we were saying basically looking at well, let's rewind. Let's just kind of rewind.
Mm-hmm.
We went and spoke about other things that we don't necessarily recognize when relating with others. That's the reflective energy.
Mm-hmm.
um, and not only is it reflecting the wants, but um, also reflecting what it is that you desire, or what it is that you do not desire. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So that reflective energy is very vast, and I want to make sure that I point that out. So, like, even with that being said, um, we grow through and we come to. And in order to grow, it's on my page. I didn't do it from
Okay.
the SoulFilled page. So just share it on the SoulFilled page, please. My
Okay.
bad. That's what happens when you live. You just have all of these. Just roll with the punches, you know. Um, roll with the punches. So back to what we were
Mm-hmm.
saying. So there is a time to look at who you're with, and do they speak your language without you having to always interpret yourself.
Yes.
um, that's important. I think that's very important of because okay, you also have the thing of people saying, "Oh, what's my love language? Is my partner speaking my love language, or are we in this capacity?" And it's not really do they speak it,
Mm-hmm.
but again, do they know it without you interpreting?
Right.
Because there's again that commonality, there's that understanding, there's that force, you know what I mean, and there's that all and that nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we encompass all these things, it allows unconditional growth.
Right. Because when you're in your infinite energy,
Hmm.
you understand that you are infinitely growing.
And what is that? What is infinitely growing?
Infinitely growing is always being willing to learn, always taking in what you've learned,
Hmm.
always gaining more wisdom, always, because if you get to a stopping point, then what do you do? What do you
Well,
do?
what do you do?
Well, I'm never going to stop learning.
Mm.
I'm never going to stop, evolving.
Right.
I'm never going to stop becoming,
Hmm.
because until I take my last breath, I'll be becoming.
Facts.
So, I mean, with every passing second, millisecond, something about you is changing.
Facts.
And if you can't rest in that
Hmm.
and know that that's just part of this realm
Hmm.
that we're in,
Hmm.
then you have to find whatever it is that's going to resonate within you.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, things that stop growing eventually die, right?
Right.
Okay. The longer I grow, the longer I live. The more I grow, the more I gain. And it adds to your growth, adds to your self-worth.
Right.
It adds to, I could totally not be in 5 years, I could not be a millionaire. But for me,
Mhm.
I'll be rich
Mhm.
because I'll be rich in my love. I'll
Mm.
be rich in my receiving.
Mm.
I'll be rich in my giving because
Mm.
where I'm coming from a place of spirit. I'm not coming from my heart. I'm
Facts.
not coming from my mouth, my head. All these things can lie to you. Your
Mhm.
spirit can't.
Facts.
So everything I do is going to grow through spirit, and I'm going to do it as if I'll be here forever to do it.
Right. And that is recognizing your infiniteness.
Yes.
Clap that shit up. Like that. That's
Yes.
a cute word. Your infiniteness. And your infiniteness is the alignment of your thought and feeling nature into your true self. True self
Mhm.
is your spirit. True self is your reality. True self is the soul. Whatever correlates with you,
Right.
that is your true self. And when your true self is able to step up and step out, those things that feel aren't feelings. You recognize what it is. Okay, this is something that I need to deal with,
Mhm.
right? And so once we've dealt, then we move forward. Infiniteness is, let me get a slip,
Mhm.
audacious. I
Yes.
think that it can feel lonely.
It can.
Um, because you still have to be growing within self.
Right.
And those things that you need to grow with, your partner or your infinite complement isn't always going to be able to give you the key.
Mhm.
And that is when you have your soulmates. You have all of these other connectors because it's like the brain, there's different synapses, right?
Mhm.
And all of them play a collective part. That infinite is just that I know in the next realm or in the next lifetime, in this galaxy or in this,
Mhm.
planned verse, I'm going to connect with you again. And we're going to be able to pick up our journey and push the message or push the love and push the unconditionalness and push the understanding that we're unlimited, right?
Right.
But I can't always wait for Shane to come and push me to my unlimitedness.
Right.
And Shane can't wait for me to just come and push her in her
You
unlimitedness.
have to already be in. If you want this, you have to be this. So yeah, we can play around in the unlimitedness together
Mm-hmm.
because there are no limits.
Right.
There's nothing to be like where, oh well, if I do this, there's no if I do this. When I do this, I'm gonna see how this turns out. Because there's no competition.
Mm. Mm.
There's no competition. Who loves who the most?
Mm.
Who does what to who the most?
Mm.
There's no competition. If you're in your intimate with competition, you'll
Mm.
never be happy.
Facts.
You'll never be happy.
Agreed. And so I'm glad you said that because it actually brought me right to my last point.
Mm-hmm.
Materialism is not love. The
Tis
what
not.
have you done for me lately complex. Um, a relationship should never be based off of what a person can do for you.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
And I think once you collectively understand that, again, a person is to come and compliment, it's not about, well, I can't meet the type of person that's just gonna ride and grind and da 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 da, because you're not that person. Let's just put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
you're not finding that because you're not that.
Facts. Put it plain and simple.
Simple. And so that is when you're in again the reflective stage. And when you get into the soulmate is supposed to come and stir your shit up.
Right.
It's an average is not a person that's just
Let me give you a. This literally just popped into my head. The soulmates, because I believe you have many.
mm-hmm,
The soulmates come into your life, and when they leave locked doors.
mm,
Your infinite comes in and can unlock each and
mm.
every door
I like that. Hey, George Moore.
because they had the keys.
Facts. I agree. I'm
They
gonna
were the
totally agree.
key
Facts.
because your energy needed my energy needed your energy. This key
Mm-hmm.
fits.
Mm-hmm.
This key fits.
And that's when you understand that frequency waves are multiple, right?
Hmm.
We can be on the same frequency, but on a different wavelength.
Facts.
And it's just being able to, at different points, we sync up, right?
Hmm.
And when you recognize your point of sync, that is when you're supposed to manifest with that infinite person, right? With that person that you consider your all and nothing. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So in those moments of sync is like, all right, let's go ahead and manifest this and get this moving and get this going. And then in those moments where it's not quite touching, those frequencies are dipping, that's because that's when you're in your journey
Hmm.
and I'm in my journey. It's we're still on the same frequency, right? It's
Right.
just something that you have to experience and something that I have to experience. So I wanted to make sure that I made that point as well.
Yes.
Um, anything more to add? We're at 6:54. We did good.
Well, actually, we have
I'm waiting on it.
one more phase.
I'm waiting on the last one.
Now, the third stage of realization
Mm-hmm.
is when you know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's too late.
Mm.
And this one is very easy because this stage is when you're out of the perfect relationship with
Mm.
that perfect person.
Mm.
And you start to think back over what y'all went through,
Mm.
what y'all had,
Mm.
and now you're comparing it to what you're running into.
Wow.
And now you know that what you had
Mm.
was what you needed.
Mm.
Now, for this stage, you can be one of two people. You can be the mover,
Mm.
and the mover is the person who is tired of your shit. I've been, loving you how you've wanted to be loved, but you haven't returned that to me. So I'm to a point where I'm done because the mover has tried every single avenue
Mm.
to save this relationship.
Mm.
So once they decide that they're about to move, they're done.
Done.
They're done. It's
Right.
over. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can do. I wish you well.
Right.
And they're done. They're gone. Let it go.
Let it go.
Or you can be the movie.
Mm.
You can be the person who received all the love. And now that the love is gone
Mm.
and you aren't receiving that from anywhere else,
Mm.
now it's like, oh, damn, I had that.
Mm.
I had that.
Right.
Every time something comes up, it'll be, I had that. I
Mm.
had that.
Mm.
And now it has hit you.
Right.
Damn,
Now.
what I had was what I needed, and now I don't have it. And nine times out of 10, 99.9%,
Mm-hmm.
they don't want you no more.
And agreed. So in that instance, when that happens, some people will have the perception that that's not possible again. It's not. It's like you had to be knocked over the head, and now it's like now go back, do what it is that you need to do to reflect the energy that you're supposed to.
Hmm.
It may not be that person, but the energy and the spirit you know what I mean? That brought that interconnectivity, that brought the things that you desired and the things that you needed, will can come back around. You have to
Right.
be aware and within yourself, your true self, to be able to recognize it, to say, now I know I know.
Right.
And that
Because you
brings
done
us
started this
back.
cycle back over. You're back at
Clap
when
that
you
shit
know.
up. Clap that shit up.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That was cute. That was cute, girl.
Thank you, child.
Thank you, child. Well,
You know.
I
So
mean,
I've chosen
mm,
each next week.
mm-hmm,
So next week, my love,
mm.
what are we discussing?
Next week we are going to be discussing. I don't know. No, we were actually we're going into the cleansing.
Okay.
Um, I think that it is time to know how to prepare. Once you get into the awareness, the knowledge, and now it's not only even if you're in that relationship and cleansing with your partner, you know what I mean? Being able to recognize their particulars
Mm-hmm.
and being able to, how do you say it? Being able to pull a person apart gently, break them down gently,
Peel their layers.
peel their layers so that the healing process can begin. And I think
Ooh.
once we begin to peel back our own layers,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not so difficult when we have a person that we love comes back and pulls back our love layers.
What?
So
Not the love
the
layers,
love
child.
layers, child, give me some. Yeah.
Alright.
So next week, I like that topic. I'm gonna put that as the title, love layers,
Okay.
and being able to peel
Tell
those
us.
things back, that cleansing. So it'll,
Okay.
of course, like we always do, start with the self, how we cleanse self, how we're able to be exposed and lay bare
Right.
uh, to our own reflections, and then be able to have our infinite do that exact same thing and know that they mean it with unconditionalness.
Mm.
Mm.
Speak on it. Next week, of
Next
course.
week, of course.
Next
Next
week,
week,
of
of course.
course. So you got to tune in to hear her speak about
Okay. Well, thanks everybody that tuned, those that plan on watching. We thank you. Let us pay some quick little bills and show this our little ad. I'm gonna make sure I shout them out. Shout out to the hookah hoes.
that.
If you are in the Atlanta area and you would like to have hookah hoes cater your parties, please make sure to hit up my people there. Also, we have Bonnie's Bakery Treats. They have infused treats for adults, but they also have treats for everyone. Check out Black Ego clothing line. They are on IG, Facebook, everywhere, and that is for you ladies to get into. They got some nice stuff. If you are into being a loctician, Lynette is doing a locked and loaded class.
What?
Yes, honey.
Locked and loaded.
July
Okay.
19th, you have the Locked and Loaded. Also, shout out to my people over at Smooth Move. If you have any seniors that are looking to move, they can definitely help you out with that. And I'm sorry that the last ad is cut off, but it is for the detox juice
Yeah. Ooh.
and the
Y'all
watermelon
need this
juice.
juice.
Please go get you some. Go get you some. Go get you some. Shout out to everybody that submitted an ad. We are working again tirelessly to make sure that we get this more in sync. We had some bad weather, so we had to change where we
Yeah.
went live. Um, we might start doing pre-records instead of live.
Yeah, pre-records because it's
Be easier.
be
And then get
easier.
once we build, we'll start back doing a live thing. But
Right.
again, appreciate you all. Thank you for everyone that submitted an ad. Thank you for those that tuned in afterwards. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. We still go back
Share, share,
and share,
share.
share, share. We still go back and comment to the comments. So just because you didn't catch the live doesn't mean you
Yeah.
can't leave a comment.
Just leave a comment. We'll get back to it. We love intellectual debates.
Facts.
things like that. Any questions, anything like that, questions, comments, just go ahead and comment on the video and we will respond to it there.
Exactly. See you all next week.
Next week.
Peace. Wholeness.